Hey everybody, hello YouTube community. It is Christine again, Narc Survivor. I just wanted to come on and say hi and touch base with everybody. So my last video was in regards to the love bombing. I wanted to get into the next stage from my personal experience on the devaluation stage. What signs, what it kind of looked like now that I'm on the outside looking in, and hopefully, I can help you guys on picking up on those red flags and, running as far away as you can before you get to the discard stage. Or possibly if I could help you be the one to discard the narcissist before the narcissist has a chance to discard you. All right, so some of the stages, or some of the signs, that I noticed during the devaluation stage, I have to really focus on the gaslighting. Gaslighting was huge during the devaluation stage. What I mean by gaslighting is that conversations that I had with my ex-narcissist at the beginning of the relationship, I would bring up a couple of those topics later on, say a year and a half into our relationship. The answer that I would get would be different than the answer that I got at the beginning of the relationship. So the beginning of the relationship, my ex-narcissist was grooming and love bombing me. So everything that my ex said about his ex was all negative, pure negative. There was nothing good that came out of his mouth about her. But during the devaluation stage, that goalposts moved. And that's something that you will always see with a narcissist, is that the goalposts will continuously move. Okay. So if he said something like, well, she was dirty and not clean, and then, a year and a half into the relationship, you'll touch back on that topic and be like, well, I thought you said that your ex was dirty and not clean. And then the narcissist, oh, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. Why would I say that? She wasn't dirty. She was clean. Why? So then you sit there and you start questioning your sanity. You start questioning, did I hear that? Did that really happen? Was I, I swear to God, he said blah, 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 blah. So it makes you second guess, are you crazy? And that's what the narcissist really wants. They want to portray that you're crazy. They want you to feel like you're crazy. And by, it's letting your boundaries down, because they're putting you in a situation where now you're second guessing yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, then that allows you to become more dependent or codependent on the narcissist. So devaluation is where they will also start to put you down. Oh, well, you've put on some weight, and I'm not as attracted to you as I once was, and maybe if you ate less or you ate different foods, and that would, you could lose weight and I'd like you again, if you could just or one notorious thing that I was told was, well, you never make me feel appreciated, and you never make me feel I'm good enough, and I'm never going to have control. And, that is literally the words that were used word for word, is that you are never going to let me have control. Looking back now, I'm like, well, what did you want control over? You wanted to control me? You wanted to control my life? No, sorry, you're right. You'll never have control. Absolutely. But that's just the delusional world that narcissists live in. And so when you're in the devaluation stage, they have you right where they want you. They've played the mind games, the mind control, the mind trickery, the mind, they've depleted you emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally, and you're pretty much at rock bottom at this point, and they have you right where they want you. And they've made you, at this point, you've probably broken up, gotten back together, broken up, gotten back together. And while you have what you feel is taking a break in the relationship, or, they're out trying to find new supply, being promiscuous and on the streets, hooking up with everybody and anything. And meanwhile, you think you're simply just taking a break. And that's the devaluation. And then they realize that, what they found there out there on the streets isn't quite working out the way that they thought it was or hoped it would. And so they come crawling back to you. And you're like, well, you were thinking you just took a break, and they've come to their senses, and, they realize your worth, your value, and they're coming to work things out. And, they've had time to, pull their pants up and realize this is what they want. And it's not. It just didn't work out with whatever was on the streets. And so now they're coming back to where they've got enough resources, money, and a roof over their head, food on the table, and, security. And so then you realize a couple weeks later, a month later, you're taking another break again, and you're doing this yo-yo circle, pattern, until you come to the final discard. And so it's very confusing as an empath to go through that, because you are, looking for stability, and you're just not going to find that with a narcissist. You're never going to find stability. You're never going to find peace, tranquility. You're never going to find any of that, because a narcissist lives in a world of chaos. They thrive off of chaos. They live for chaos, and that's all they know. And so you're never going to find tranquility or peace as long as you have that narcissist in your life, because they are designed to take and destroy your world and destroy you spiritually and as a person. And I read something a couple weeks ago about how when a narcissist breaks you and destroys you, it didn't just destroy you and like your heart, it destroyed your spirit. And that's why it takes so long to heal. I strongly agree with that. It took me personally 1.5 years to get back on my feet and, heal and focus on healing myself and working on myself to reestablish my self-worth and just, who I am as a person. I will never be at the narcissist level. And it's really a shame that I even stooped to those low standard of a level to even be with the narcissist in the first place. And that was because of past traumas of my childhood that attracted me to the narcissist. But I had to dig deep, really deep, to come to an understanding of what attracted me to the narcissist in the first place, and how I never wanted to attract those types of people again. And so that took some real soul searching and some dig deeping into some trauma, some past childhood traumas that I needed to work through and overcome those life traps. So I just wanted to touch base with everybody. I hope that my videos are resonating with you. I hope that you are taking some of the education and knowledge from my videos and my personal experience. I'm not a doctor, psychologist, or any of the sorts. I'm just explaining some of the personal experiences that I've had with my ex-narcissist, and hoping that it will help you further along quickly in your healing journey. So bless you all, and hope you have a wonderful day.